Tommy Chun had always blamed his allergies on the oak tree outside his classroom window. That's why he kept a box of tissues in his backpack, why he sat in the back row near the window, and why nobody thought twice when he felt that familiar tickle in his nose during Mr. Patterson's history lesson. Achoo! The sneeze came out as a jet of blue flame that incinerated his textbook, scorched his desk black, and set off every fire alarm in Lincoln Middle School. For 3 seconds, nobody moved. Tommy stared at his smoking hands, at the pile of ash that used to be Chapter 7 of American History, Colonial Times. Then the screaming started. Principal Howard evacuated the building in 4 minutes flat. Fire trucks arrived in 6. By minute 10, Tommy sat alone in the principal's office, wrapped in a fireproof blanket the firefighters had provided, trying very hard not to sneeze again. His mom was on her way. His dad was unreachable, as always, probably on another business trip to places he never quite explained. Tommy felt the tickle building again in his sinuses and clamped his hand over his nose. That's when the sky darkened. Not with clouds, with wings. They came from the east, 3 massive shapes that blotted out the afternoon sun. The fire truck sirens cut off mid-wail as dragons, actual, impossible, magnificent dragons, landed in the school parking lot. The largest was crimson and gold, scales gleaming like armor. The others, one silver and one emerald, flanked it protectively. Principal Howard fainted. Several firefighters ran. Tommy pressed his face against the window, his heart hammering. The crimson dragon shifted, shimmered, and became a woman in red robes with golden eyes and hair like molten copper. She walked through the front doors as if she owned them, followed by her companions who'd also taken human form. "Where," she said, her voice carrying the rumble of distant thunder, "is the child?" Tommy's door opened. The woman filled the doorway, and when her eyes met his, something inside him recognized her. Something old and deep, and that spoke in smoke and stone. "Hello, youngling," she said softly. "I am Seraphine of the Crimson Peaks, and you, little one, are not entirely human." "I don't understand," Tommy whispered. Seraphine knelt before him. "Your father never told you, did he? About what he truly was before he chose to walk among humans. About the bargain he made to live an ordinary life. My dad's a sales consultant. Your father was Tauren, the Stormwing, one of the last dragons to choose human form permanently. He loved your mother and wanted a simple life. But dragon blood runs true." She touched his forehead gently, and images flooded Tommy's mind. His father in his true form, magnificent and terrible, making a choice 30 years ago to become human. "You are draconic, Tommy Chun. Half dragon, half human. The first of your kind in 3 centuries. Am I dangerous?" "You are powerful," Seraphine corrected. "There's a difference. Today you sneeze fire because your dragon nature is awakening. Without training, yes, you could be dangerous. To yourself and others." She stood and extended her hand. "The Council of Wings has convened. They wish to meet you, to offer you a choice. Return with us to the Dragon Realm. Learn what you are, master your gifts. Or remain here, suppress your nature with dampening spells. Live as human as you can." "What about my mom? My friends? School? If you come with us, you may visit. You may return, eventually fully trained and in control. You would be a bridge between our worlds." Seraphine's expression softened. "But the choice is yours. We do not claim children against their will. We offer guidance." Tommy looked at his hands, still tingling with residual heat. He thought about the oak tree, about textbooks and fire alarms, about a father who was never quite there and a power he didn't understand burning inside him. "If I go," he said quietly, "will I learn to fly?" Seraphine smiled, and for a moment, her human disguise flickered to show scales and wings. "Oh, youngling, that will be the easy part." Tommy took her hand. It was warm, like sunlight on stone. "Mom's going to freak out," he said. "We'll explain everything," Seraphine promised. Dragons are quite good at persuasion. Outside, the silver and emerald dragons called to the sky, their voices ringing like bells and thunder. Tommy Chun, half-human boy who sneezed fire, stepped toward his destiny, toward scales and wings and flame, toward a heritage written in smoke and written in stars. His allergies, it turned out, were the least of his problems.